Let's create a bulletproof mindset in 4 steps in under 10 minutes. I'm going to share with you strategies I've used with elite riders all the way down to beginners. Because look, nobody likes excuses. And when you create excuses, that feeling 2 hours, 10 hours, 24 hours later, it stings. So let's take it away, okay? Let's start by giving you some knowledge. Knowledge that you can use that can actually justify where you are right now and move forward. Hey, look, if you've stumbled across this video or you're already watched a few of my videos but you haven't subscribed yet, come on. Play the game. Hit the subscribe button if there's anything that takes your fancy or tickles you a little bit. I've got over 30 years of coaching experience and what I'm going to give you now works. So let's dial in. First of all, the knowledge. The knowledge of what, coach? Why are you making the excuses? Because as human beings, we are pre-programmed with an operating system, just like your computer, to keep you safe. The human being wants survival, so it looks for protection today. It wants comfort, warmth, food. It wants to reproduce as well, but that's another video. I can't do it here. No. Stop it, coach. But the thing is, you've got to understand that survival. So 99% of people on the planet are not like you. You're a warrior. You seek progress. But some days you don't want to do it. Some days you don't want to get up at 5 a.m. in the morning. Some days you don't want to go up the hill. Some days you don't want to go out in the rain. It's hard. That's okay. You've got to accept it. That's okay. You've got to prepare for that because you're pre-programmed for safety. So once you know that, when those feelings come along, you can start to make the right decisions. Understand? Because point number 2, feel the fear and fucking do it anyway. You got to lean into that because you're different. You're part of that 1%. So you've got to understand that by leaning into these feelings of distress, feelings of, I'd rather stay in my bed, I would rather go and have pizza, I would rather watch that shitty show on Netflix than go and do my workout. I'd rather stop at 1 hour rather than do 10 more minutes. You've got to understand that's where the difference is. You feel the fear and do it anyway. But many people live in their comfort zone and you've been doing it. Oh, I don't really understand success or failure. That's true because you don't. You've got to start to redefine that. So you need to go on that hill when you're tired after a 3-hour ride on the way home. Nobody cares about your average speed. Get that extra hill in. You need to go on those group rides that are harder. You need to be in that group whereby you're likely to come last on the first time you go out with them. It is by doing this, by stretching yourself and avoiding failure. It is not success that drives us in terms of coming first. We've got to be outside our comfort zone and do the things that hurt. Do the things that we learn from. So failure is a stepping stone to success. You know that, you're smart enough, but you're avoiding it. And this stings sometimes because even when you reach your goals, you feel unfulfilled. You're unfulfilled because you haven't fucking stretched yourself, right? What are you waiting for? This is one life, folks. One life. You got to go for it. You got to lean in to that fear, okay? And this takes you on to point number 3. How do we create this consistency? Now, what you got to understand is the consistent person builds confidence. Confidence is like a drug. Confidence gives us superpowers, but it takes time to get that confidence in all areas because who's the battle against? Who's the race against? Who's the fight against? You. It's you against you. And every time you look in that mirror when you're brushing your teeth, which is a consistent habit that you've created, how did you create that? Okay? Well, you want fresh breath. You want healthy teeth. You want fucking fitness, don't you? You want longevity of motion. So you've got to understand, you've got to feel the fear, reprogram, dial into consistent habits because discomfort is temporary. Okay? But the rewards grow. You can deal with this discomfort because the sting and pain of the 24 hours later when you did not do what you set out to do, that hurts greater. That hurts greater and carries with you. Come on, when you were a kid, how did you see yourself growing as an adult? What did you want to become? Look at yourself now. Are you the person that you really wanted to be? Do you feel trapped? Oh, I haven't got control of my life. Yes, you do. Start to create those consistent habits and start to understand that action is a drug. And inaction is going to slap you in the face. And the sting that you get from that, from breaking those habits, is really powerful, okay? So when the discomfort comes and the ego and the inner voice is telling you, don't do it, okay? Do it and do it often. And the habit becomes almost like brushing your teeth. And then number 4, you wrap it in with what I call the reward loop. You've got to reward yourself, whether this is just cognitively, you tell yourself, I can do this, I did this. I might have come last, but I did it. I'll be back next week, I'll be back the next week, the week after that, and I'll keep doing it because it's these actions that take me outside my comfort zone that will allow me to grow. You've got to find, where is your 1%? Where is your special spice, your special sauce? What separates you from the rest of civilization? What do you do that's special? I'm not talking about talents. What is your action? What are you prepared to do that no one else is prepared to do? Within legal parameters, obviously. But you've got to have that extra spice, and that extra spice gives you confidence. And you grow as a person. And suddenly, you've got a mindset that's bulletproof. Excuses? No. You might have the odd excuse of why you don't want to go and visit your in-laws.
I could do a video on that.
But what I'm talking about is there's no more excuses for why you're not progressing in fitness. There's no more excuses to why you're not progressing with your nutrition. There's no more excuses why you are not progressing as an everyday hero. You're fucking bulletproof for life. And it's that simple, but it takes time. And you gotta get dirty and deep with the feelings of fear. And you gotta go in those dark places. You gotta go in there and you gotta conquer them. And for some of us, it's simple, but by understanding that you're pre-programmed, your whole DNA is set up for survival, it's natural. But who wants natural? Let's be super unnatural. Let's be part of that 1% group. I know I've only got a short time with you on these videos, but this concept that I've just given you is part of my book. Do you want a free copy? You can sign up for the pre-launch. I'm giving away 5,000 copies of my book. The link is in the description. Hit it, yeah. And you'll get sent all the details when that book goes live. I'd love to share my story in a bigger way with you. But hey, let's keep spinning, keep smiling, and let's keep moving. No excuses, bulletproof mindset. Try it.